Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of Minecraft Invasion. So I started making a second floor, as you can see here, and what I'm doing right now is, because hardened blocks are unaffected by gravity, I can simply use them as a base floor material to start with, and then fill in my actual floor material that I'm going to use for, prettying up the place, so that I don't have this gray blarg everywhere I go. Now, one interesting thing is that if I press F7, hardened blocks, you cannot actually have things spawn on them. So if I wanted some sort of dark aesthetically room, I could just simply have those things act as the floor material. Obviously, that's not exactly going to fly when I have my actual base, because, visibility is kind of key in this endeavor, but it will be something that I will want to maybe look at, or at least keep in mind for the future. Maybe it'll be nice to have if I were to blanket an outside area without worrying about, all the torch stuff. So what I want to do is I want to get stuff ready for like sorting, etc. Because actually this does look nice. Has a nice feel having a roof like that. Anyways, I want to get sorting stuff going, because having all of this junk everywhere I go is not exactly the most awe-inspiring creation in the world. But, well, it's at least getting me somewhere. So let us make some of this Enderium stuff. I probably don't need this much, in all honesty, but it is going to be something for me to do for now. And I'm going to want to have some sort of teleporter here instead of what I have right there, because frankly that is kind of annoying. So what am I going to eventually use for my sorting endeavors? I think using these drawers is probably the best thing for me to do. It can only have 32 stacks per drawer, but if I look here, I can use those storage upgrades that I did before, which means that if I have things that use a lot of stuff, well, that'll be something to look at too. Also, there's compacting drawers, which just use the regular drawers, but the thing is that I'm going to need 8 plus 6, that's 14 planks of wood per operation in order to do anything, and that still necessitates the creation of something a bit better than this for all of my wood needs. Hello? Man, I am very sucky at this. What are you shooting at? Oh, thanks. So rectifying this will kind of be helpful. I could put a double layer capacitor in here so that it produces a lot more... Hey! I'm kind of talking here. Produces a lot more energy so that I can actually do my stuff. However, I am going to need to get this situation going, because obviously having that thing consume all of my awesomeness in one fell swoop is not exactly the best thing at all. So, wait, I dropped those. That is not a good thing for me to drop. So, I need drawers for my sorting, and I think sorting is going to be relatively easy now that I actually actively think about it. Speaking about thinking, it might be good if I actually get my floors done. So, using Ender.io to sort with just simple drawers is stupidly easy. And I think starting with something stupidly easy is a good way to, well, start things off. Nice, stupid, other stuff like that. Man, I am such a wordsmith, you have no idea. I don't have any idea, because I am barely understanding the words that I am speaking right out of my mouth. So how do I want to have this? Let's go with that. There's some more stuff cooking up right now. So obviously we're going to need our item conduits. There's a witch. Where did that bloody thing spawn? I think it spawned like right outside or something. Yes, it did. Okay. That's good to know. Where? There you are. Thank you. Man, they just don't listen. It doesn't matter what you do. They just don't listen. It's horrible. Horrible, I tell you. Anyways, I am out of crossbow bolts. That is very helpful. Anyways, now that that is rectified, I wanted to get these going. I need some binding agents, unfortunately. Binding, it'd be helpful if I actually spoke good. Need to use this, and sand, I think. I don't think it requires cobblestone, but let's just make that. That is good. We're going to need to cook this up, which we're lacking fuel, which is the thing that we are going to try to solve now, in fact. Let's just cut this down. Active with signal. We might as well put something that will be signal ready. We don't really have any cobblestone, which would be kind of helpful. Ooh. Ask and ye shall receive, apparently. That is very helpful indeed. So it's active with signal. That means if I temporarily have this here, there we go. That's all I need. Get my products. Eventually I'm going to have that at a better state. There's a bunch of stuff there, which I guess I'll take. Healing potion. Potion of regeneration. Ooh. Ooh la la. I like it a lot. But my inventory is kind of not sorted. So I think the main thing that I want to do is get a sorting system done. And then while I'm building the sorting system, I can make a sorting hat, maybe. It might be a bit better for my usage. Once I get all that sorting done, I can then gravitate towards something a bit more useful, maybe going through the quest books. There might be something quest related, probably in the infrastructure, that will help with the sorting, but I guess we're going to have to leave that till another time, because frankly, having this sorting system not be down here would be a godsend, and I think I'm just going to use this. I mean, no point having this on me when I can help it. Okay, so let's wait for a bit of fuel, then we'll be good to go. So this might not be the most efficient design in the world, but it is simple, and I think going for simple to start with is a good idea. So for any sort of, well, sorting, there needs to be a main silo chest where you shove all of your junk into, like all this stuff into, and then it needs to be your main exporter. So if we click here, we can see that it's already set to extract, and we want it to be always active. So I think that should work as far as everything goes. Now, when I want to have it send items, it should be a simple matter of just shoving all of the items into there and then having it sort into the appropriate place. We'll just take a bit of this wood, like here, while that is making some charcoal, and just go like this. Oh, duh. We'll just do that, because this is a bit more efficient once we actually get our chopping machine. So we'll turn this into two of these. So 2 drawers, stat, and we'll have this as, say, cobblestone and our hardened blocks. We'll also want a teleporter so that we can get that going at a bit better of a pace. So we have this. Obviously nothing is in here at the moment, but we'll want to, say, have our hardened blocks here. So this is filtered so that it can only accept hardened blocks. Obviously, if we shift left click it, it's not going to have that. And we want to have our conduit here set so that it can insert. Now, because I have a cobblestone in here, it's going to automatically go in here first. And it's going at 4 items per operation tick, which could be sped up if we were to have some upgrades in here, which we're not going to worry about at this moment. If we were to add another drawer and put this in here while there's still cobblestone in here, which will not be the case, but let's say that is. Let's say that's the case. If we have a new item here, let's see, can we actually lock this? Shift right click, probably a specific thing that'll prevent us from extracting all the stuff. We can work on that later. But if we were to have all this in here, even though this is empty, nothing will go in there because it has an initial destination which is faster than this destination, which is obviously helpful. So when we put our hardened blocks, however, since this is the only free destination, it'll go in there. Finally, if we were to put something like red sand in here, it'll just skip the red sand because there is no possible place for it to go into. at this juncture, therefore it's just going to ignore the bloody thing. So if we were to continue this basic setup, and it's pretty basic, honestly, it's not going to win any sort of Oscars for excellent design. I don't think Oscars do design things. Anyways, you know what I mean. It's not going to win any sort of Best Sorting System of the Year awards 2020. Maybe in the future, depending on how well we devolve into the coming days. So, the main thing I need to fix now is getting my energy production system to be, well, slightly less stupid. And that's just going to probably require a better machine than that in order to operate, though I don't think we have the ability to do that at this juncture, but I think the main thing actually that we are going to need is a lot of dirt. We don't have the dirt on this situation, which obviously is proving to be ineffective in our current state, but once we actually get a bit of dirt, I think we'll be a bit better. So we need 7x7 for dirt, which is easy enough to come by once we find a dirt population, so I think maybe what I should do when the morning comes, or maybe even before that, is just go out and get some of that good stuff. Or unless there's a way to create dirt, which I kind of doubt. Dirt balls, earthworks. Not very helpful. There's compact dirt. There's smelting of mud, which you can't craft. Smelting. Composting. Ooh, compost. Ooh. I don't think that's the right thing. If we have a wooden barrel, we can shove a bunch of stuff in it in order to compost. We have a lot of leaves already, so if we see not compost, I already did that. Oak barrel. Barrel. Okay, so wooden barrel, which is a very easy thing to craft. We have all the stuff that we need. Is it logs? No, it's planks. We can just compost a bit. Now, this is not exactly going to be the fastest process in the world, obviously. But we do have all the leaves that we need right here. Well, not all the leaves that we need, obviously. Now, I did look into Ender.io configs, and I didn't find a configuration in order to solve our power issue. But we at least have a... we don't have much of a way to fix it. We only have this, honestly. Now, from what I remember when I did Jaded's pack, it's just simply placing all this stuff here, hoping it doesn't crash, and then just doing that. However, we do have the technology to improve this design quite adequately. In fact, we don't even need hoppers, which are kind of expensive. All we need are chests, which we're going to kind of need from this. Let's get here. Thank you. Have enough for 2 chests, which is all I need, frankly. So if we have some chests, we can just automate this. Let's get this. I might want to bring this upstairs. Nah, we don't need to bring this upstairs. We can just have a stupidly convoluted system up here. That'll be perfect, right? Let's break this, move this over to the side, because we don't want that right there. We'll just put that that way, so that we have it in a bit more of a non-retarded configuration. So, yes, I forgot. Things tend to fall, which is why we need to put this first and this first. Hopefully it doesn't conk out. There we go. That... God damn it. You really have to make this difficult, don't you? We don't need this here, so we might as well move that here. We don't need this there either, so we'll just put that there. Put this here, outside our mind. Put this here. Thankfully it's actually working because of this. We can remove that because we don't need to really tinker with it. Then we can make our chests quickly using this. Just 2 chests. Thank you. One here. Don't you dare fall. Thank you. So extraction, insertion. We'll want this to be insert, obviously. Extract and insert. And hopefully this works. Always active. Okay, it's now putting it in, and we can't really access this side of things. So let us stack up Epi. There we go. Always active. Did I put it to always active? Yes, I put it to always active. Always put it to always active, because that is the only way I'm going to manage to be active in this situation. Okay, so put that there. And hopefully, after a bit of time, we'll have our dirt situation covered. Now, we could expand this easily enough by, once again, doing that and putting another barrel, which requires more wood, which, thankfully, we're going to solve at some point in the future. But this will at least make it a lot less stupid to make all of our stuff. In fact, let's do that, so if we want to make more than one, please don't fall. Thank you. Can do that. And this needs to be insert, obviously. There we go. Okay, so if we put any compost material into here, it should work. Obviously, we're going to need to... Well, this isn't exactly the most streamlined process in the world. It is at least functional in at least some districts of Colombia. Not all the districts, mind you, but only some of the districts, which is enough for what we're doing, and I am going to need to make some serious modifications to my overall base design, because as you can see, it is quite archaic, and I don't even know if you could even call this a base at this point. It's just a collection of a bunch of random elements strewn all over the place, but at least it is my base. It is my stupid collection of elements that serve no purpose whatsoever, and I think I can thoroughly enjoy it. Speaking about thoroughly enjoying it, maybe I can actually have this placed in a non-retarded manner, and maybe... Okay, there. We're starting to collect some dirt. We'll get some more things. Maybe we can turn our sticks into something useful. But at this point... Oh, fudge, fudge, fudge! Okay, I'm closing the door on that situation. Okay! Now, a quick thing I noticed with this farmer is it's kind of retarded. Let's grow this tree. You can see we got that much of power. And I currently have coal burning here, giving the steady 4 RF a tick. And as you can see, it then uses power per operation. So it takes power every single second while it's doing nothing. Nothing. Then it takes even more power to do the operations. So just doing this steady amount of power is not going to do anything at all. Which is kind of stupid. Another thing, though, is that apparently I am just below the Y level to have better power from that, which might be helpful in order to further my ambitions, but obviously that is going to require a bit more time and effort, because obviously I am slowly getting all the stuff I need for this. I mean, this is... why even bother with this? If I want to be as efficient as possible, this is not going to give me that duty. I need something a bit better, and one of the things that, well, one person suggested that the farming station for progressive automation would be helpful, but the only thing I found was like an animal farmer, or if we find the chopper, that's another thing that I could do, but we tried that and it does still require a stone axe. However, I think it does only use per operation, and I might need to upgrade it though. So I think I should probably reread this, because it's going to be a lot better than what I have currently. Then again, this might be more efficient when I have, well, more things than a single tree, providing it much needed nourishment and power. But then again, at least I have something to use the sticks for. So maybe I could put like a simple hopper with all the sticks burning infinitum. It kind of feels like a no-win situation in this case, because, well, there's not much winning. I just have to keep on going at it, and I don't want to be at a stalemate, because obviously, oh my gosh, that is not what I wanted to do. Why is that the default operation that you can do? It is kind of stupid if that is the case. Ugh. Ugh. But I do not want to get at a deadlock, so I think I'm going to need to do a bit of research to find out what the best farmer is, because obviously this is not exactly the best thing in the world for me to do. Okay, ranting is fun, kids. Remember to rant each and every single day. Don't know at who, don't do it at me, because I'll hit you. So I decided, perhaps stupidly, I don't know, that the best idea for me to do is to at least try the chopper again. I need to see it in active use in order to make a good judgment as to its efficacy, because otherwise I'm just going to be chopping down the wrong tree, which is not going to be very helpful in my quest for progressive automation. So let us make our stone chopper again, because it can use the stone axes, doing a bit of reading up by the way. And we'll take down this travesty, abomination, etc. It's holding some items, so let's just grab the saplings and the stone axe, because those are going to be needed, and we can put this down. Now, obviously, it's not going to use the power right now, but let's see. There we go. We'll put that in. We'll put a bit of fuel there, and it's going to need to add saplings. I think this is where I put saplings. Good. Waiting, range 1. That's very helpful. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to learn what this is. There's an output or indication over there, so that might indicate that it's going to actually require some sort of wrench in order to rotate it so that it's focusing over here. I might need to look at a picture of it in use in order to get a thorough idea as to what the heck I'm doing. Now, I don't think a standard wrench is going to work. So let's see if there's a progressive automation wrench. At progressive, you have a PA wrench, which is actually very easy, so I might as well give it a shot. It won't cost much, honestly, so let's get that going. There we go. I need to have like a wrench tool belt or something. It might be a bit helpful. What the heck? Oh! Okay, there we go. Let's put that there. Still waiting. Maybe we can just put this here. Maybe that'll work. If we build this like that, there we go. Are you still waiting? Yes! You're still waiting. Do you require redstone in order to operate, or are you just going to give me a hernia as you are doing absolutely nothing whatsoever? I swear to God. I swear to God Almighty. Chopper! Let's see. Can plant and harvest all types of trees. Machine should be placed on the same level as the sapling. Yes, it is on the same level. However, it is doing nothing whatsoever. I don't think it's going to be able to do anything, but I guess we're going to have to see that until later on. The salt is real. Okay. Redstone. Redstone apparently was the reason. Okay, so where are your materials? So it gets wood. That's good, at least. But the problem with this, obviously, it's the fuel reserve. It's not going to be helpful. Now, I did learn that I can use an RF engine in order to use energy, and there are probably some upgrade mods that I can do. So, App Progressive only gave these. Are there any upgrade? These are obviously the upgrades. Wooden upgrades, stone upgrades. I don't know how much. Let's see the uses or the recipes. No, I can't tell what these upgrades do. There's no allows the farmer. That's very helpful. I can't really tell just looking at it what those upgrades do. So obviously not the most helpful tooltips in the world with respect to this, and I don't think there is a thing that will help me. Now, if we can increase the range of this, that will be probably all that I need to do. Just increasing the range so that it's much bigger. So let's try to find that. So, logs, and I don't have all the logs. Great! So, shot in the dark time. Stone upgrade. Put you in. Range is 2. So if we were to look at this, is that the only range you have? Really? Is that all you have right now? Okay. Now, obviously, that's not going to be the most efficient thing in the world, for obvious reasons. One of the things I want to check is currently it has 6 saplings, and the most horrible fuel source in the world. Obviously, it might be a good idea to use tiny coal. However, the other option that I have is to instead use an RF engine, which just requires some iron, which I have on me. Well, I have on me. Some gold, and some redstone. There we go. If we can combine the powers with our powers combine, we can make an RF engine. And when this is in the fuel slot of this chopper... Oh, for frig's sakes. Not getting a break, am I? Ooh, that's a diamond thingamabob. That is very scary. So much hunger is going to be gained by me waiting around. Okay, come on. Are you done yet? Thank you. So with that there, I can put this in the fuel slot. Not ready, no RF power. Obviously, it's going to need a bit more of a boost in order to do what it's advertising. So if we put this here, it'll have some RF power. When I change this to tiny coal, which I needed to do anyway, we can have this generate the power that it needs. I don't think that efficiency, this upgrade is necessary, but gives 2.7 times efficiency. Okay, thankfully I did manage to place it in the thing before. Can you die, please? 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 Thank you. So it's gaining energy and it's currently active. I don't think I need this, but we'll keep that there. And we can worry later about the axe running out of durability. I think it said 6 saplings currently. It currently has 6 saplings, so I think maybe having it run for a bit, seeing what happens after a bit, and maybe look into what's required for range upgrades might be a good thing. Actually, I'm going to do some testing in creative and see if doing these range upgrades are actually worth it, or if there's some sort of like 10 upgrades are required or something. One of those mods that I have no idea what to do, but I think the main thing is that although it's not as quote-unquote time efficient as our Ender IO counterpart, it's at least able to do something with a non-stupid method. Okay, so I did some testing in creative, which is always helpful when you have no idea what the heck is going on. Now, the thing that I determined in creative, I know this is a waste, but whatever. The thing that I determined in creative is that the upgrades do work, and it upgrades one at a time, which is what I was expecting. The other thing that I did notice is that every single upgrade that you add increases its range by 1. Meaning that to get 64 range, you're going to need 64 stone upgrades, which is going to be well, a big investment in terms of resources. Something that I think I am going to be willing to do, but it is interesting. The other thing that I noted is that it requires its level of upgrade to operate, or rather to upgrade, I think is the best way to describe it. Meaning that stone chopper needs a stone upgrade, and iron chopper needs iron upgrades, etc., etc. You know, the normal, standard operating practice, procedure, etc. Now, what I want to do to end this episode, because it's actually, it's surprising that I feel like I hardly get any stuff done, but I do manage to get some stuff done. However, in the moment, it feels like I don't get much done at all. Speaking about that, where the heck are my copper coils, copper wire? It's not going to show up in that. For some reason I can't find that. Maybe it's power coil. Anyways, probably ended up in a stupid chest that I am not going to be able to find, or it's in my inventory right there. Okay, so what I want to do is move our energy generating moneymaker up a bit, because where it is right now is not generating the optimal amount of energy. Apparently it's on level like 69, but apparently 70 plus is where it actually gains an energy boost. So where it is right now is actually no bueno. No bueno at all. So if I move it like 3 up, it's going to provide what I need. And when I actually get hempen stuff, etc., it's going to be even more efficient, at least theoretically, hopefully. I don't know. I'm just making this stuff as I go along, as I am wont to do. So let's get that, and let us drop down, because that is how I roll into the situation. So there, and we'll get this. It fell down, didn't it? Or do I have any inventory? It fell down. Where did it fall down, though? Where did you fall down? Where did you fall down? Oh my goodness, this is probably one of the worst situations to be in, because I do not know where the bloody thing fell down, and it kind of makes it a little difficult in order to do anything. Okay, I think I found it. No, I didn't. Where are you? Where art thou? Oh, I broke that thing. That's why. Am I gonna need to make another kinetic dynamo? I think I'm gonna need to make another kinetic dynamo. I cannot bloody believe this. It is probably staring me in the face as I speak, but I can't find it. Ugh. So when I click this, obviously it's just going to show the recipe mode, but when I go into cheat mode is enabled, and I have game mode, I guess I can't do that either, for some reason. Let's use... There we go. Think I finally did that. Give me. Give me. Give me the thing. Okay. Kinetic dynamo, because I cannot find it, and I'm being transparent with the fact that I am quote-unquote cheating, but I am going to need it in my body right now, or else I'm going to go insane. There we go. Okay, now that that boondoggle is all rectified, etc., let us see. Thank God I'm still in creative, because that would have been sucky beyond belief. Thank you. I'll do that. Okay, now that we are fixed, and maybe I should hurt myself because I am such a goof. But anyways, now that that is fixed, if we fall onto here, we can find we're at level 71. And if we place that down, it is kinetic dynamo up properly, thankfully at least, so I hope so. And then we can place this here, and this should generate more energy than it was before. It is moving visibly faster than it was, so I think that is a good indication that our objective has been fulfilled, at least in that regard. So let's do a stupid wiring job, because I am wont to do that, and we needed to move how far? 1, 2, 3. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. Goodness gracious sakes alive, I am spaghettiing all over the place, and I think I have my own self to blame for that. Oh, duh, it's gonna be at the place that I broke, derp. So there, and ow. Just ow. Okay, so what is the power generation that I am getting from this? Hopefully it is a bit more than what I was getting before, and it is going at 12 RF a tick. So I am getting 3 times the amount of power that I did previously, just bringing it up 2 more spaces. And at least it's not any longer blocking my view from the door. It's not just sweeping in front of me like herpa-derpa-derpa, I am a thing. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Minecraft Invasion. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day. At least this is going at a progressive pace. Not the fastest, but I think I can live with this. Ha!